What's up, YouTubers? So I'm not one for doing a whole lot of reviews, but I bought this Icon seat from Harbor Freight mainly because I've been using these cheap plastic, like old municipal chairs, and my tailbone has been killing me. And I've wanted a seat like this for a long time, and I'm too cheap to buy one, and I don't know, I just finally got sick of it. So I got an email today that these things just came out. So I went over to local Harbor Freight and picked one up. I got it in a blue color. I guess they come in red and black. They only had black and blue, I think, at the one that I was at. So anyways, it's $100. I was looking at a DeWalt branded seat that was similar to this, and that was, I think, a 30, 40 bucks more. Probably a little bit bigger of a seat than this, but for what I do, this is gonna work perfect, I think. One thing that I thought was interesting, so I took it out of the box, and I didn't do an unboxing video for this, really no need because there's not much to this, but it came with a wrench and instructions to put this bottom part together, but it came assembled. So I don't know if they all come assembled, or, you know, I don't know why the instructions would tell you to assemble it and give you a key to assemble it, but the base came assembled. All you really have to do is push the hydraulic pneumatic ram into here and then clip the seat on it, and that's pretty much it, and you're done. I mean, really not a whole lot to say. I will say this seems pretty comfortable. I have a tendency to sit on the edge of a seat and lean forward, which is terrible for your tailbone, especially when you have a hard seat with no padding. And this, for me, is pretty comfortable. Now, I'm 6'5", 6'6", somewhere in that neighborhood, probably 230 pounds, depending on how many tacos I ate. And for comfort-wise, so far seems pretty good. This vinyl, whatever this is, plastic, it's pretty soft. It'll probably last a while. I mean, until I get some miles on this, it's hard to say. Other than what you see here, it does have magnetic strips here, but honestly, like for like screws and stuff, but you can see like it almost doesn't feel like a magnet. And this is thick, like steel, same thing with this. I mean, it has some magnetic attraction, but it's not like some super magnet. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. I didn't even honestly know it had that when I bought it, but the box says it does. So the magnet's a little weak. But nice thing is around the shop, around my welding table, when I sit down, I can keep gloves and like the sparker and some of this crap down here. So when I wheel around, I can grab this stuff and have it ready. So that's kind of nice. I'll show you height-wise. It is adjustable, so that's as high as it goes, and then of course, needs some weight on it. I don't know, it looks like it's got maybe a 6 to 7 inch range, maybe a little bit more, but for my purposes, it's perfect. If I were you, I would definitely sit on one of these in Harbor Freight. They had a display, and wheel it around a little bit just to get a feel for it. See whether or not you like it. I wouldn't recommend buying this sight unseen. I mean, for $100, you probably can't go wrong, but who knows, you know, try it out first. For shits and giggles, look at the welds on that. They really aren't that bad overall. I mean, someone who at least knew what they were doing welded them. I mean, I could have probably done better, as could a lot of you, but realistically, for a chair, more than acceptable, I would say. This is also not plastic. I thought it might have been plastic, but when I sat on this in the store, this is actually, I would say, almost thicker than eighth steel, and the whole thing's steel. This is steel. Down here's steel. So this is built a lot better than the cheap ones, the red ones that they have at Harbor Freight. Casters wise, just pretty standard ones. I mean, without a doubt, I'm sure they'll handle whatever load that you have on here. That's not going to be a failure point at all, or this really thick, heavy-duty base plate. So yeah, that's all built better than I guess I would expect. Yeah, here's the old plastic, like, school chair that I use most of the time. No swivels, casters, nothing. Really hard on your back unless you're sitting all the way in it. If you sit on the edge, man, I'm telling you, the older you get, the worse off that is. So this chair at this height is the same height, and then when you bump it up, comes up, I don't know, I'd say about 7 inches or so. So for a shop chair right by my welding table, really nice there to be adjustable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It rolls really nice on the floor. If you got a lot of cracks in your concrete, I would rather have bigger casters. You know, there's obviously better like workshop chairs, stool things than this out there, but you know, for $100, I don't think you can go wrong. Yeah, anyways, thanks for sticking around.